Welcome back. This is part 3 of AD 1926. I'm Nolan Stoltz, composer of the Route 66 suite, and I'm taking the original route from Chicago to LA. In part 2, we left off here on the northeast end of Springfield. So we're going to head into downtown Springfield next. And because I'm getting inspiration for AD 1926, we'll take the 1926 to 30 version down Enos Street through this residential neighborhood just north of downtown. So this is Enos Park, very cool little area. There's an artist residency right up the street ahead. Route 66 turns left here on 6th Street, but today it's one-way northbound. And straight ahead is the artist residency I mentioned, and also the Springfield Arts Association. The kind folks at SAA invited me to play on this piano, which was likely used at Abraham Lincoln's wedding, or at the very least he would have heard it. We're going to have to detour around, but at least we'll take a quick look down the street here. And this is looking southwest from 6th Street. This is the old St. Nicholas Hotel, which dates back to 1924. Because it's so close to 66 and it was well known, this is a hotel that a 66 traveler would have stayed at the time. So this is inspiration for AD 1926 and the lodging-based movement. A half a block past Jefferson is this little narrow building. This was the Amuse You Theater, closed in 1930, so it was only there for about 4 or 5 years during the Route 66 era, so also inspiration for the show will go on. 2 blocks down is a really good restaurant, Maldener's, which claims to be the oldest restaurant on Route 66. Here it says established 1884, there's 1886. Regardless, it's really, really old, and so you're getting a flavor of 1926 era Route 66 for sure. Plus, you can eat outside and eat your meal right on Route 66. And this is the view across the street from the restaurant. So you got all these old buildings. And then this one as well. This is just south of there. Here's the old Leland Hotel, built 1911. So obviously a place that a 1926 traveler would have stayed. So this would be more inspiration for the lodging-based movement. It is at this corner where original Route 66 turned west down Capitol. And this is the view down the aptly named Capitol Avenue. To get a flavor of Springfield in 1926, I stayed in this old house, this Airbnb, just off of 2nd Street, Route 66, in the Grand Central neighborhood. Notice the brick road. And leaving Springfield to the south, we get that feeling of rural Illinois and that narrow highway. And between Springfield and Chatham is Old Chatham Road. And with the road closed, we will continue by foot. So so much of 66 is abandoned and being overtaken by nature. So it's images like these that are inspiring the music for the Among the Trees movement. '66 originally turned left here, but as you can see it's just an open field, so we're going to have to detour around. Despite what the signs might say, this bit of Illinois 4 was never Route 66. It's this narrow road that we're on right here. Couple of blocks east of here, there's a place that's been a restaurant since 1926. From what I understand, it's a different restaurant these days, but there's been a restaurant there since the beginning of Route 66. It's not open for lunch today, so I kept going. The next town to the south is Verdun, and 66 goes along the west side of the town square. So let's pan to the north side and take a look at this old hotel. I don't know when the last time it was a hotel, but it's kind of fun to think an early 66 traveler would have been staying on the top floor looking over the town square. Route 66 comes into Girard via 3rd Street, and it's pretty modernized. However, if you look off to the east, you'll see the town square, and it's over there where you get the 1926 to 1930 feel. And that's looking back towards 66. We'll pan off to the right here. This may have been a theater, but we'll pan around the square, and we'll see Deck's drugstore dating back to 1884. I went inside actually today. They should be opening up sometime in June, so look forward to that. And keep going down. Aha! The old Dodson's Opera House, 1893 it dates back to. It's kind of cool to think all the performances that would have been there. And this is panning back towards 66. And we're back on 3rd Street, heading south on westbound 66. Now Route 66 turns right here on Madison Street, but if you look to the left, you'll see Dodson's Opera House clearly from 66. But we'll turn right down Madison, and I'm staying in this house right on 66 here. So as you can see, this is a residential neighborhood, so it's really cool to be staying on 66. And I have a separate video where I actually take you in the house. It's this one here on the left. And the Deck family that had that drugstore since 1884, this was their house. But yeah, so look for that video. There I'm sort of getting inspiration for the lodging-based movement, I suppose, but certainly 1926 as this would be the view for the beginnings of 66. 66 turns left here, and we head out of Girard.